Hello, everyone. Nice to see you. As always, please let me know in the comment if there is anyone on, because I have no idea. I know the real streamer know how to do that. Just write hello, hi, whatever you want. Let me put my phone on mute so it will not disturb us. There we go. Hello, Arius. Nice to see you. As you can hear, I have the cough and I have a bit of cold. So sorry for coughing or sometimes like hiding and sneezing and stuff like that. It's just what happened when you have this type of things. So sorry about that. And okay. So hello, Michele. Good morning to you. Good morning, Gabriele. And when you have the long one pitch at 2 p.m., they will start streaming it. Exactly. Yes, Diner. It's exactly like that. I tried it like to move the streaming because like I was super ill Wednesday and I'm still ill, so there's nothing that I can do about it. Hello, Tom. Nice to see you. And hello, Altamista. Sorry, I probably butchered your name and your nick. So sorry about that. And yeah, I was saying, sorry because of the cough and everything. And yeah, you will probably hear me coughing, sneezing. Sorry, I will try to stop the video audio for like a nanosecond if I hear like a strong cough or anything coming. I don't think it's pleasant, so that's what I'm trying to do. And let's start. So what we are talking today is Hi-Fi Rush. So Hi-Fi Rush just came out, and it really blew me away. I tried the game. I didn't play a lot of it, but I tried the game because it's a big game, and I'm super bad at big games. I tried many times to do big games. I'm so bad at it. It's insane, and it's really insane. It's crazy how bad I am. Now, just to start, what is a big game from the most like basic conception? So a big game is any game that use usually music. It doesn't have to be music for the sake of it, but it tends to be music. They use music to create a beat. So basically a repeatable timing, something like da 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 da. Maybe it can be faster, da 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 da, can be slower, da da da, whatever. And usually tends to connect many things of the game, like the combat system, movement system, progression system, dialogue system, whatever. Try to connect a certain amount of systems to the beat. And usually this type of game makes the player try to learn how to be on the beat and gives rewards to the player to be on the beat. Like, hey, if you attack on the beat, more damage. If you dodge on the beat, higher high frames. If you spend the money on the beat, bigger discount. It can really be applied to anything as long as you have a beat that works. Now, beat games are very, very, very difficult. Are very difficult because, first of all, sense of rhythm is something that is really connected to your body. I mean, it can be trained like everything else, but it's something that is connected to your body. You have to have a sense of beat. Not everyone fully have a sense of beat, like from they are born, in the sense, once again, you can get better at it. But many people, and I'm one of those people, like really struggle to, move in sync with music or fully, I don't know, like I do karaoke. That's a perfect example. I do karaoke and I'm super bad at it. I'm super bad because I really struggle to try to follow the rhythm. Now, as I say, everything can be improved, as always in life. It's not like a problem, but it's a difficult thing. So big games tend to be challenging in general because you have to follow the beats. So you can't play at your own rhythm. You can decide to, I'm just going to stop, or I'm going to slow down, or I'm going to go faster, or anything like that. You have to follow the beat. And for whatever reason, if you're not good at following the beat, then usually the game becomes even more challenging, even more difficult, because you don't get all the bonuses that you should get by following the beat. And of course, if you don't get the bonuses from following the beat, then you are basically, let's say, half of the power. Not really half, maybe like a quarter of the power that you should have. But as I say, I like big games. I like the general idea of having something to follow. Diner told us, I tried to play Crypto the Necromancer and I literally couldn't do it. Exactly, that is the perfect. As always, actually, sorry, Necrodancers. I forgot to tell that. I usually tell that at the start. As you can see, I'm ill and I forget things. Yes, anything, comments, suggestion, doubt, questions, your own opinion on things. Feel free to write everything. I'm always happy. Actually, that's why I do lives. I want to have interaction and things. I don't like to talk to the webcam alone. Let's say. Yes, exactly. Crypt of the Necrodancer, super hard because you have to follow the beat. If you can't follow the beat, you're screwed. And once again, you can get better at it and actually playing this type of beat games in a proper manner can increase your sense of rhythm in real life. You can actually adjust if you really do it. So you put your earphones and you try to really carefully listen the beat. So not watching the beat, but listening the beat. It can actually really be a training for yourself for following the beat. So it's good, but it's very difficult. Like just for sure, in case you don't know what I mean by seeing the beat, let me just give you a second. Hi, Rush, and I will find you what I mean. Because this game, once again, they know they are complex, they know they are difficulty, so they add usually visual help, visual suggestion, visual things that can help you to better understand the beat, even without, actually being able to listening and understanding the beat. There we go. This is the thing that I was looking for. Let me give 1 second to open the image in a new tab. There we go. Let me share the screen. Share screen tab. Now this one. There we go. Loading. There we go. Okay, so this thing here down. This is basically a bit meter. It's a bit meter. It just stays there, and if you can't listen the beat, you can watch the beat. Now, in the meantime, hi Valerio, nice to see you, and hi Simone, nice to see you too. And as I say, so many of these games tend to, hey, if you're bad at listening the beat, we can give you tools to make you feel the beat sometimes. So maybe your controller vibrates every time there's a beat. That's something like PS5 could do with a new controller. Otherwise, most of the game use this. Use like some sort of visual accessibility thing, and don't even listen. You can just turn the music off and just press button when these two things touch the cat icon, or this one is the same. It's like press the button when the red things touch the green things. Now, this is not the best thing ever by any means. It's just a way to make the game more playable. Because, as Daniel was saying, if you can't listen the beat, this game tends to be super, super, super hard. And that's where Hi-Fi Rush really changes the things, and that's why I want to talk about it, is because Hi-Fi Rush does all the things that big game tends to do. So it gives you visual alignments, it gives you different type of visual alignments. The world moves on the beat, so you can kind of understand the beat by seeing things that move. Of course, you can listen to the beat. The character itself shows the beat, and I will share the screen once again because I have it in the background. I think probably my PC is dying from that. Okay, so yeah. Because come on, let me resume my game. There we go. Continue stage. Yeah, there is no music. I wanted that to be precise it. So I don't know if you, I don't know, maybe you're listening to the music. I have no idea, honestly. Okay, so as you can see, there are many things that visually help you to understand the beat. The character itself move on the beat. The cat thingy moves on the beat. Yes, the art style of this game is absolutely gorgeous. It also seamlessly moves between like an anime for cinematic and things like that. I don't hear the audio though. Yeah, you see, I don't know how to do it. Sorry. I mean, let me try reshare the screen in some way. Can I also? Let's try. I don't know. Do you? No, that's not. Share screen. Shine edited. Screen. Let me. Yeah. So window. This one. Yeah. No, I have no idea. I will learn. Sorry for this one. But that transfer is even better because we can't use the audio. We can say that the big problem in this kind of game is that the player has the focus on the beat with less attention on the environment. Exactly, exactly. The main true problem of this game is that if you are bad at following the beat, you're screwed because this game really relies you on understanding the beat. They want you to fully understand the beat. And also that by understanding the beat and focusing on the beat, unless you have the natural or you are trained ability of really understanding the rhythm of things by your I don't know how to say by your ear. Yes, you have to focus on all these things. Yes, the smoke is absolutely fantastic. Like it's just so good. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Everything is like super weirdly on the beat. I can go a bit further, and you will notice like these things. The UI itself, like the life bar and the basically mana bar, but yeah, it is super weird from Tango. Like they made an horror game. You're completely right, Tom. It's like they made an horror game. It's like what? And now they made this so different, so stupid, so lightweight, so cool. Yes, basically kind of everything moves on the beat in this game because they really want you to try to understand the beat. Like let me show you another, like let's say here, it's the beat. Yeah. And that's probably combat area. So I don't want to go to the combat area straight because I wanted to show you things first. So, well, let's see. Show this one. Okay, yeah. So once again, this show you that you could add the beat meter to do things. Evil Within 3 will be an hour beat game. Maybe, maybe it could be. It could be. Exactly. Oh yeah, they're the same guys that made Evil Within. Exactly. Found a remake-based game myself and was very welcome surprised. Also releasing in the same day. Yes, exactly. Yes, that's marketing. Super interesting. So yeah, okay. So I could call her, but I have to call her because it's the first time now. But okay, cool. I will not go further because maybe we can we do a fight and I want to stop it first. Yes, also the run animation is on the beat. If you see, as you see, like if you go slow, look at the scarf. If you go fast, it's still same, and you go faster, the animation doesn't get faster because the animation is already on the beat. You just go faster the cat. See, slow, medium, fast, but the animation is the same because it has to be on the beat. So, as I was saying, the game constantly. Yes, absolutely, absolutely, Tom. Yes, big game can be insanely problematic for everyone who suffers of epilepsy because literally everything constantly moves. There's constantly flash lights. It's a nightmare. even activating the bit meter, the one that could help you, it's just even one more things that flash on the screen. So yes, it's very, very hard. So great point. This is absolutely fantastic. So I was saying, as you can notice, the game constantly tries to make you understand the bit. You can even do things in the option to try to change how you see the bit. Maybe you prefer this one. Maybe you prefer the second one. They really try to, if you can't listen the bit because for whatever reason you are not, good at it for many reasons. There could be so many of them. Like, just tell us, and we will try to put different things to help you. Second, yeah. The insistence, so many things. But once again, this is nothing new. It's not that like no other bit game made that. There are plenty of things that other bit game made. But so what is the cool thing? What is the new unexpected twist that they made it? And it's such an elegant design, in my opinion. Now, let's see the normal combo in this game. Actually, I miss it. As you see, I'm terrible at the bit. There we go. So the first thing is that you can spam the combo, but you can still get an ending bit. So in this moment, I'm just randomly pressing for square, 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 square. And when you see the basically the music note is because I got the beat. Nave, bam. Now, why this is already a cool system? Because I can spam combo. I can completely ignore the beat. Now, if I do completely ignore the beat, then I do less damage. If I try to be on the beat, I didn't manage. No. There we go. Now one of the three attack. There we go. Two. So if I get the beat and I get the sound and the visual element, I do more damage. But even if I completely ignore the beat, I get this. You see the circle that gets the green circle and the red circle? If you actually watch the animation, the character doesn't attack during that moment. That is a 2-bit rest time. They call this thing rest combo. And now I will show you more of it. What it means is that it's basically, even if you completely miss the beat, you have the character that can do a special attack if you get the beat, even if you completely missed the beat before, and you have a new visual, clear, better system to understanding this new beat. Now, why this is already super incredibly interesting, because basically the game tells you you can attack on the beat and it's better. You can attack completely off the beat and it's still doable. You can completely attack off the beat, and if you do an entire combo, we will reset the beat. Basically, we'll make the character stop for 1 beat and give you a visual clue to get a super special attack on the beat that is visually more understandable, and therefore you can be at least on the final attack on the beat. For example, for an heavy combo is so pam, pam. I missed it this time. So as you can see, it's still missable. I can still miss the beat. Now this is already incredibly interesting, but it's not even the coolest part. But as I say, this is already so good because the game tells you be on the beat and you do more damage. Don't be on the beat and you can still do a combo. Don't be on the beat, but be on the beat just on a basically QTA, because that is the equivalent of a quick time event, and you can still get the last part of the combo, which is also the coolest part, because explosion. If I can manage to do the other one, let's see if I can do it once. Yes, it's and And there's another one that is like, I think it's like, oh, so this is already super cool because basically the game tells you that yes, it's a beat game, and yes, you can play on the beat, and yes, being on the beat is better, but at the same time, you can't, you haven't to be on the beat all the time. You can just spam buttons and do combo like in most game, and if you do have some sort of attention for the last attack, you can still feel this idea of being on the beat, being rewarded for being on the beat, and things like that. But you can completely ignore it. You can just like and miss it sometime. There we go, miss the beat. Same goes for dodging. When you dodge, you can be on the beat, but sometimes you can't. You see, not on the beat, not on the beat, this on the beat, not on the beat, on the beat, not. And if you are on the beat, see if I can manage to do it. No. Come on. There. Okay, you can do up to three dodge in sequence. One, two, so one, 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 two, and three. There we go. So once again, the game can tell you, you can dodge on the beat that is better, it dodge faster, but you can dodge out of the beat, and if you are on the beat, you can dodge 3 times in a row. You don't have to. It's not necessary. The game is not tuned to force you to be able to try dodge all the time. It just tells you and it gives you the ability. And this, as I say, it's already incredible. It's already incredibly interesting because it's a big game in which you don't have to be on the beat. You can just spam buttons. As you see, this time I was 3 times on the beat, but I wasn't on the beat on the final attack. Exactly, Andrea. Absolutely correct. This is such a good solution because, as we were saying before, many of these games basically they force you to be on the beat, and being on the beat is difficult. Having natural rhythm is difficult. Okay, once again, you may get used to it, you can get better at it, but it's very difficult. And this is a very lightweight game for a very broad audience. There is no real blood. It's super PEGI low, so it wants to have a broad audience. And most of this audience, probably like me, doesn't know how to go on the beat. It's random. Like I finished level 1 and I had 51% on the beat, super low, basically completely random, considering that it also counts these, which is easier to be on the beat with the quick time event. So yes, it's exactly that. This makes the game way more accessible, way easier to use for all the gamers that might not have natural beat ability. And also, it can still make the game super bit-based if you want to be bit-based. If you want to really, really always get the beat, the game constantly tell you, hey, this is the beat. Hey, your cat is the beat. Hey, your leg is the beat. Your hand is the beat. Your scarf is the beat. There we go. That thing is the beat. Well, that is one yes and one no. Because you have the beat here when you have both of them. There we go. This is the beat. The other one. One, beat, 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 beat. There we go. Everything is on the beat. It seems that even if you miss the beat when starting the attack still actually lands on the beat. Exactly. That actually, fantastic, Simone. You already anticipated one of the other elements. There are 3 main elements that make this so good. It seems that if you miss the beat when you're starting the attack, it still actually lands on the beat. There may be some trickery in the game part. Exactly. Yes, this is absolutely correct. I absolutely love that you notice that. Now, something very careful, and I want you to look. I will try to make this camera like this, and I want every one of you. I don't know if it's streaming, like it's a good streaming, like if it's actually on good FPS and stuff like that. I hope so. Otherwise, it's gonna be difficult. But I want you to try. I will try to do always the first attack, only the first, not the combo, just the first attack. And you will notice that when I'm on the beat, the first attack is slightly faster than when I'm on off the beat. There we go. This one was on the beat, not on the beat. On the beat, not on the beat. You probably notice now that how slow is the attack when I'm not on the beat. Super slow. Once again, not on the beat, not on the beat. As you notice, I'm terrible at being on the beat. No. There we go, on the beat, faster. Now, why this happens? Why it's faster when it's on the beat and it's slower when it's not on the beat? Exactly for what Simone was saying. Because the game slightly change by does change, and they tell you that, that's in the tutorial. Of course, they don't express you that in a technical knowledge. But what they tell you is that your attack always land, not necessarily start, but they always land on the beat. What it means is that the game change the length of the animation. You make the animation slightly faster or sorry, most of the time you make it longer. Makes animation longer if you're not on the beat in order to make you hit on the beat. Why? Because the game tells you that if you just press the attack button when it's the end of the animation, you will be automatically on the beat because we are manipulating the animation in order to make you feel on the beat. And now this is incredibly interesting and is the second element that makes this game so elegant. Because once again, many games, God of War does that, tells you, you can unlock super cool animation, new type of attack. For example, God of War does the rotating X against you if you press the button exactly when it hits. Devil May Cry does that. I don't exactly remember what it does. I don't. Well, it depends on the character. But for example, Devil May Cry, if you have Nero, and if you press not the attack button but R2, exactly at the end, you will basically accelerate, and it basically give you a reward to do that. Sorry, there's stuff that is leaving. Need to turn on everything, but thank you, Diego. Very interesting stuff. Now I'll be trying later today on the Series X. See you next time. Absolutely, Tom. And please, the video gets saved on like usually YouTube the day after, and today is on Twitch, so you can watch it. Because there is a third part, which is the mind-blowing part that I suggest you, if you're interested, of course, into seeing. So I was saying, now the game basically tells you, you can play as any other action game. Don't focus on the beat. Just focus on when the X, well, basically, because this thing is a giant X. I mean, no, it's a guitar, but it's an X. Like the giant X hit the enemy. And if you do that, you will always be on the beat. And now this is, once again, super interesting because the game tells you another way. So you can be off beat. You can be on the beat by playing like other action game because we're manipulating the animation in order to make you be on the beat. Or you can actually feel the beat, see the beat, or use the cat for the beat, use the cat, or whatever it is, and actually follow the beat. Now, Aris was saying, but be a big game with this free roam, not to be on the beat, can create a too easy experience that become boring after some hours. Okay, great question. An answer is absolutely yes. And that is the reason why this game is at most a 10 hours experience. Compared to other beat games, which are way longer experience, or compared to even their own previous experience with the Evil Within, which are games that can go easily for 25, 30, even 40 hours of gameplay, depending on your playing style. This game is a very fast, very quick, and even the combat are like super, super short. I will show you a combat later after I say spoke of the third element, the mind-blowing one. And they know that. The fact that they make the game very short is because they know that this game doesn't offer you enough depth in the combat system because of the accessibility. Because the game is very accessible, it has many components to be very accessible. And basically, when you make the game hyper accessible, hyper spammable, of course, the difficulty goes down. Now, this is also a platforming game, so there is some component into the platforming, double jump. There is a magnetic system in which you can magnetically attach to things. Like that is where I came from. Like I break a window. Also, the narration being lightweight and comical, it's very rewarding. It's just like it's super nice to hearing the cat there. I mean, look at that. It's just nice to see that you smash it yourself like that in a very cartoon style thing. So there are also other motivation to play the game, from the art style, the narration, to the comedy element, that of course support longer player terms than simply combat. In fact, the game doesn't force you to combat that much, and most of the bosses are classical Ratchet and Clank style bosses. So they have like a unique weakness that you need to exploit, and they rely less on the fact that you have to be on the beat and things like that. But yeah, that absolutely, it's a super fair question. So thank you. So what is the last element that I think really ties together this game? So this game has a combo system. So you can have combo, and there are like basic combos, some complex one. I didn't like basically find all the combo yet and things like that. But and this is the most interesting thing, is there are certain combo in the game which are called rest combo. This is a rest combo, and this is a rest combo. Now, what is a rest combo? A rest combo is basically a combo in which you, and this is the genius element, by mistake or by decision, miss an entire beat. Let me show you. So this is the normal combo, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, what happens if I do this? I get a new combo. I do the first attack, then I miss the beat, and if I continue to spam, I get a new type of combo. One that now you may say, well, it doesn't have the finisher, this one. Well, it does, because it brings you in the air, but of course I don't have enemies, so there I can't do anything. So spam, now on the beat, and the last one on the beat. Then miss literally the attack, get a new entire combo. What if I miss the beat on the second attack? I get a new combo. Basically, the player can buy rest combo, which are basically new type of combo that gets unlocked when you miss the button. If you miss the button, you get rewarded by a different type of combo. And this is mind-blowing, because I saw the combo that you can buy in the menu, and there is one for basically each beat that you can miss. So the basic one is you miss the first beat. The second one is you miss the third beat. Then there is you miss the fourth beat and the fifth beat. The game works on 5 bit at most. And that is mind-blowing. I don't know if I can really explain how genius this thing it is. Basically, you can be on the beat, you can be off the beat. We manipulated the beat in order to play as any other beat game. And if for whatever reason, because you're distracted, because you were trying to be on the beat and you didn't press fast enough, we have an entire combo system, which is called rest combo, that relies on the fact that you miss the beat. And you can do that on purpose, but if you actually just buy all the rest combo, you can miss any of the 5 bit in any type of attack. And of course, it requires the money of the game. And you can get a new combo out of that. And this is incredibly clever, because basically the game tells you, by using rest combo, we suggest you, we give you the idea that you should try to be on the beat, because even if you try to be on the beat and you miss it because you weren't fast enough, then your combo is not ruined. It doesn't not reset because you were too late. No, you unlock a new combo. And you can do that in any of the 5 main bits of the on the basic attack structure. This is So this is a kind of no punish strategy. Even if you miss the beat, you are satisfied in any case. Well, that is the cool thing. It's not only a no punish strategy, it's a game system. I can decide to do that voluntarily. 1, 2, wait, 3, 4, and 5. New type of attack. Or I can just spam 1, 2, 3, and 4. Or I can do it by mistake. 1, ah shit, I missed the beat. Well, new type of combo. So this is the clever thing. And now, as I say, I have only the two one, the first bit and the second bit. I need to buy in this game the third bit missing and the fourth bit missing. But that is the coolest thing. This one basically tells you you can try to be on the beat even when you are bad at being on the beat, because if you miss the beat, we don't punish you, we reward you, is even more. Because the game tells you try to be on the beat, but you see, I miss it. I tried it. This time I'm honestly trying to be on the beat. But I miss it and I get the rest combo. There we go, 2 on 3 times on the beat. One, no, completely wrong. No, let me try to be on the beat. Okay, no, first on the beat. Okay, no. Okay, no. Okay, and there we go. And then I got on the beat again because I used the rest combo. So there is a boss called Corsica that relies on the beat to be defeated. Given the fact that the player has forgiveness in all fight, but not in that one, will be the difficult curve be too high from some players? Well, yes and no. What I mean that is that yes, you have to be on the beat, but once again, because the game manipulates the beat in order to make you land on the beat, it's way easier to reach that. Then, of course, yes, the game gets a bit harder. It is normal, but yes. The DDA, just for people that doesn't know what is the DDA, is the dynamically difficult adjustment. Basically, system that in games make the game easier or harder based on your performances on the game. It's one of the reasons that make the game more balanced. Basically, like it's you're too good, harder. You're too easy. Sorry, you are too good, harder. You are too bad. You are Diego, basically easier. Exactly, Simone. Exactly. It's both a reward for more experienced player and a forgiveness mechanic for the less experienced one. It's exactly that, and that's why it's mind blowing, because the game gives you 4 ways to try to be on the beat without actually understanding the beat. Be on the beat. Don't care about the beat, spam the button and just be on the beat on the last attack. Manipulate the beat, manipulate the animation in order to be on the beat. And finally, you know what? If you miss the beat, we give you a new type of combo, so you can try on purpose sometimes to miss the beat in order to unlock the new combo, or just doing it by mistake and still continue to be on the flow, in the flow of the game. And this is it's mind-blowing from my point of view. It's mind-blowing because this really solves the problem of big game. Like, this game can be played in 2 ways. As an action-adventure game in which you literally don't care about the beat because you have so many forgiving mechanics and reward system that just basically allow you to not be on the beat, or by being like a super experienced player and constantly try to be on the beat. And in this case, the game gives you constant feedback, beat, cat beat, cutter beat, on the beat, and also give you a bit of forgiveness mechanics. It's like playing music. In the score, you have notes which are the attack button and the pauses which are off beats combat. Exactly like that. Exactly like that. And that's why I think it's such a genius system. It's so elegant because even when you're missing the beat, you don't feel that you are off the beat because pauses are part of the experience. Like sometimes music do that. They create pause moment, interruption, and it's so clever. It is incredibly clever. Like a positive and negative feedback loop regarding the DDA. Yes, the DDA is basically, not every game have it, but most of game have DDAs, like around like 80% of all game, and probably 90% if you consider the classical console game. It's usually a series of information, like, you know, how many times you dies in a fight, how long it takes you to do damage, all the type of stuff. And based on that, the game tells you things like, you know, you're dying too much. Okay, without telling you that, of course, they don't tell you that. Maybe they make enemies attack you less, or be slower, or have less life, or sometimes even disappear. Resident Evil literally eliminates character from the game. Like in boss fight, there is a beautiful video called "You Have Been Babied" on YouTube that show you the DDA in Resident Evil, and it's like so aggressive. It's insane. It's like literally, hey, in this fight there are six enemies, but you died. Now there are 4, and you don't notice that as a player because, of course, you are not caring about specific number. Now, not every DDA is so aggressive. Most of DDA like maybe make you, I don't know, they give you better iframe for dodge, or they increase your damage and slightly reduce enemy damage, things like that. That they do affect, but they can't. You're not notice them most of the time. I hate the DDA. I can't say my win against a hard boss. It's DDA, but it's another story. Well, that's why it needs to be secret. You're absolutely correct in that. Like DDA is most of game, as I say, 90% of game in console have DDAs, and they have DDA even in multiplayer. FIFA, for example, has a DDA in its multiplayer, and you don't tell that to the player. That's what is the most important element in DDA. Positive feedback loop and negative feedback loop can be visible to the player, even exploitable by the player. But DDA needs to be secret because, of course, you will not think so. Like you will not enjoy your victory if you know that you have been babied. Simone, it seems like the bit actually serves the player and not the opposite. Exactly like that. You can be served of the player, like in any other big game. You can actually try to be on the beat constantly. Once again, as you see, I'm terrible at it. Can't even be more than twice in a beat. But yes, in this game, instead of making the classic beat game system in which you have to adapt to the beat, we make the avatar adapt to the beat. We make the avatar skip the beat, but you can still fight and be on the beat. We create visual clue that make you to be on the beat. Basically, we do everything to make you feel on the beat, even for whatever reason, and there can be plenty of them, like you are bad, like me, you can't manage to be on the beat. And that is such a clever system. And I will show you now with a combat, if I found one rather quickly. There we go. I think this probably is a combat because oh no, probably this is a platforming section. Yeah, that's probably a platforming section. Okay, so this is one of the things that you can do. But this if you have magnet. Oh, okay, I can shoot her and then I unlocks the magnet. Okay, sure. As you see, the cat is very anime style. There we go. And then release it. Bing. Okay, done. Okay, so these things. Okay. Okay, so as you can, I died now, but as you can see, that thing moves on the beat, so I probably like, see, boom, stays here for a bit, of course, it needs the beat, then boom, boom. Like everything like that thing tries to be on the beat, everything in the game tries to be on the beat. Doesn't Metal Health Singer do the same by allowing the player to complete the game without going off the beat? Yes. Now, it does one of the things. I super different. I will butcher your nick. Sorry, Irum. Yes and no. What I mean by that is that in Hellsinger you can completely ignore the beat, but the game does not manipulate the beat, and the game does not create a system that allows you to get back on the beat with the rest mechanic by missing a beat. The game wants you to be on the beat, or it tells you you can completely ignore the beat. And that is basically the other L. Like, this is the difference. Like, this game has 4 systems to make you being on the beat. But Elsinger has only one. Now, of course, you can tell me, well, maybe Elsinger has only one because Elsinger is still like a way indie game than this one. Maybe they had the same idea, but they didn't have the time, the money to implementing it. And it could be absolutely true. I'm not saying it's not. It's just that it's not implementing. In this game, is the first time in which I see 4 unique systems to make you being on the beat, and one of them, it's literally missing the beat to be on the beat, which is mind-blowing and is super incredibly difficult about that. What about the jump action? I haven't got very far in the game, but it seems that when jumping on flat surface, you reach the apex of the jump on the beat, and then ladder, and the land on the other. However, if you jump on a higher or lower level, landing off beat. Okay, yes. Okay, so that's super interesting. So basically, what Simone is saying is that if you notice, the best way to show it is actually going back. In a second. Oh my God, I did 3 times. Never happened before. Okay, so remember that see both of them. I see. You notice that if I try to jump when I see the smoke in the first one, I land in the second one. See? So basically, the jump is the single jump is exactly 1 beat. If you, of course, timing it correctly. See? You can notice this here very well because these 2 things have 2 beat synchronized. Now, if you do the double jump, I have to move a bit because otherwise I can't get higher enough. That is not true anymore because the double jump, it takes longer. Let me try to timing it. No, wrong. There we go. As you can see, with double jump, I land off beat. So basically I land in the middle of 2 beat. Now, this is a very interesting point, and actually as a player, I didn't like that. The fact that if I double jump, I land off beat, because it makes the jump feel a bit floaty, in my opinion. You probably notice that you jump very high, but you don't jump very far. If you want to go far, you have to do like a jump, dash, double jump, or double jump and then dash. It depends. Basically, if you do jump and double jump, you actually go further. And that is done because, once again, your dash is 1 beat. And basically, by doing that, you're doing 1 beat, 1 beat, 1 beat. And you are on the beat, once again, if you time it correctly. And that is a super, super, super clever system. But it's very hard to do, especially in a game, in the platforming in this game, everything is moving, which makes the guidance of the game kind of hard. It's very difficult to sometimes understand where you have to go because everything is constantly moving. Yes, they do use things like this one, basically the coin, the money, to make you, hey, you know, if money are there, that's probably the direction that you have to go. But most of the time, it still requires you to think a lot on where you have to go. And this jump, you will notice, is one of those jumping which I have to do a complex move. I will show you. So I have to go here, then up, up, up. There we go. And I get it. But then I get here, and you see new area, new movement, many things, bit, 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 all 3. So this is actually, from a design perspective, I think this is something that they really thought about it because, as I say, they literally made you a move that can land in 3 bit, which is nice. But at the same time, this one does not land on the beat, and they had to make it to make you be able to control the character. So I think in this case is a trade-off. They find a way to still allow you to be on the beat with a complex jump, but they didn't manage. They could have manipulate like how long you could be in the air, like they do with the attack, But I think that would have been too aggressive, because if sometimes you are in the air longer, sometimes you are in the air shorter, it might feel unfair. Now, there are a couple of questions I will answer. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, Arius says, so this is a very interesting analysis, thank you. But from the player side, what is the perception about this innovative design? I mean, the player can understand the difference between Hi-Fi Rush. Absolutely, yes. Absolutely, yes. This is the only reason why I'm still playing this game, or I want to finish this game. Because this game doesn't simply allow to me to be off the beat, as other game has, as Singer, as is being correctly pointed out, does. But this literally allows me to be off the beat, to be literally missing a beat and still play. And that is absolutely fantastic. And that's why the game tells you that. Like, if you play the game, now so far the worst part of the thing in the game is the tutorial is very long. It's a very long tutorial. Basically, the entire first level is a tutorial. And the reason why is because the game they have to explain you 4 ways of playing: being on the beat, being off the beat, missing a beat, or the manipulation of the beat. They have to explain these 4 different ways of playing, and they have to tutorialize all of 4 of them. But this is so cool. This is incredibly cool, because you can still feel the beat. You can still feel that you are in a beat game, because everything moves on the beat, that things. And with the sound, of course, is even better. Sorry that I didn't manage to stream the audio. You can still feel that you are on a beat game, which is a type of game that you can like or not. That's dependent on you, of course. You can still feel that, but you're not oppressed by the beat. As it was written before in a comment, you are not serve of the beat. This time the beat is serve of you. You can still be a serve of the beat if you want to play in a more canonical way, but you're not forced to. On the DDA, here, I primarily strategically play games and consider things like DDA and other hidden mechanics completely deal breaker to me. I need precise route to enjoy the game. Arcade game are, of course, a whole different world, and I can see how DDA is critical. Well, yes, I think it's always depend on the character. The player and the player type. Of course, like for esport, you don't want to have DDA even in multiplayer, because you want the player to actually, being an esport, so being a pure as possible challenge. But for example, Gears of War, which is not an esport, but it's still a competitive game, has DDA in its core system, and same goes for FIFA. Actually, many players of FIFA do complain about the DDA in FIFA. And when my adversary is lower than 2 goal, so basically it's like 2-0, then the game makes for the opponent, the one at 0, it makes it easier to do goals, make it easier to score. And DDA is always a very, oh my god, I did 3 times, it never happened before. The game makes hidden this information. Now, of course, with the modern gaming, it's very easy to discover if you have a DDA, because you can do just reverse engineering of the code of the game and you discovering it. But most players don't even notice that. Most players play FIFA, and sometimes they got helped by the DDA, sometimes they got attacked by the DDA, and they don't even know it. They just they don't have the knowledge to fully understand that. But for strategic games, yeah, some strategic games still have DDA, usually only in the, let's say, single player part. Others don't have DDAs. Now, you can't know if a game has DDAs or not unless the developers are super straightforward about it, like, oh, our game has DDAs or our game doesn't have DDA. That really depends, but most of developers will not tell that. Valerio says, to make it simple, kind of every bit game system punish you for not following the beat. This one reward you for doing that. Yes, but not only. This, as Helsinger, yes, Helsinger doesn't punish you for not being off the beat. This game rewards you for being off beat. So yes, it's that. This game allows creating an entire combo system to being off beat. Literally deciding by voluntary action to be off beat, or because you are bad at gaming like me, and you are out of the beat. And this is the cool things. This is absolutely is super incredible cool things, because you're not only being ignore the beat, which Singer has, and not many, but some beat game have. This is literally, I reward you to being offbeat by decision, by voluntary action, or by being a bad player. I like game that publish the LUA to mods the most. You can see exactly what they do and how they do it. Yes. Modding is fantastic. I'm a huge fan of modding too. Absolutely huge fan of modding. I think modding is absolutely great. It's very difficult to make modding available because sometimes it's dangerous also for your users. For example, maybe your game has microtransaction, and if I make the game moddable, then the mods can be used to basically collect data of other people and potentially hack their credit cards or things like that. Also, modding can be dangerous because maybe you mod in this game something that is like sorry, I will mute a second because I have to. Okay, sorry. I was saying it also can be dangerous because you in a mod could add like, hey, this is the new mod of hifi Rush in which you play as Hitler on the beat on Hitler's speeches, and that's very problematic. Basically, it's still user-generated content, so that could be something very problematic to have. It can be also dangerous for cheating because by understanding how the game works, cheaters can basically understand how to cheat. I mean, I'm not saying, once again, I'm absolutely love modding. That's one of the reasons. It's the literally only reason why I have a PC for gaming, because console doesn't allow modding, and I love modding. I mean, I played many games like Skyrim for 300 hours, and then I replayed it for other 1,000 hours just thanks to the mod. So absolutely. But from a production point of view, modding, it's very difficult to do because it exposes you to all this kind of problem, like cheating, basically scamming people, people that make game about Hitler using your game mode. It's like, oh, I don't want to do that. So it's very difficult. And not impossible, not at all, but it's something that needs to be evaluated. But potentially, it can make your game eternal, which is fantastic. Andrea is asking if SBMM is a type of DDA. Yes, it is. It's absolutely a type of DDA, although it depends on the game. As once again, one of the core concepts for DDA is that the user shouldn't know that there is a DDA. Otherwise, they can exploit the DDA, or as Corrective was saying, they don't feel rewarded by playing the game because they know they've been babied. And the game, it's like, oh, you're shit, so here's some help and things like that. So really one of the core aspects for DDA, because that's, as Corrective was saying, at the end of the day is positive and negative feedback loop. It's the secrecy. You shouldn't make the player understand that you have a DDA. Also, just to notice, I didn't notice that before. Now you have the shooting mechanic like before, but things open and close at bit time. I would love to see an eye tracking on a game like this. I suspect a good reason to make HUD an AMV bounce on beat is because you need to have reference wherever you have exactly to whatever you're looking. In a shooter, surely is easier since the player will most likely always look at the center of the screen. But in action RPG like this, is not so straightforward. Absolutely correct. That is critical. In this game, everything moves on the beat because this is an action platforming game. It's an action RPG. Like you watch the character, you watch the HUD, everything needs to be on the beat because you don't know what you're watching. Sometimes you're watching the weapon of your character, sometimes you're watching your character, sometimes his car, sometimes the cat, sometimes the enemy, sometimes the world. You don't know. I mean, it depends on yourself, of course, but certain players might watch the HUD more than other players. Some players might watch cat more than other players. Some players will watch just your avatar, and some people will watch the world. So you need to have everything offbeat. And also, it's a nice thing in the sense that it sells you this idea of being in a beat game. Oh, everything is on beat. This world is on music. This is a world music game. Everything is on beat, and it's cool. I mean, it's something that really immerses you. Also, as I say, sorry that I don't know how to stream the audio, but by literally, let me try one things. I want to try this to make you. Let's see if in the last moment I can. Do you hear it? As if this, tell me if you hear it or not. Does change anything. But once again, once you actually then listen the beat, you can literally see the things that move on beat. Tuck, tuck. Very, very low. Okay, well, let me try to make it more listenable, at least for the last part. Okay, I will reduce it. Sorry that you didn't hear it. Like, I will try to understand how to do that for future. Could be useful. But you can go on YouTube and you can probably listen to it, and you will notice that like everything moves, and this give a really strong immersion in the game. Like, oh, no, everything moves at the same beat, and it's cool. So thank you for the hours gone super fast. So thank you. Sorry. There is one last thing that I didn't notice. Sorry, Simone. I think that the fact that being offbeat changes the combo. It's both a thing that rewards the player, but actually let them continue the combo. But at the same time, it's a kind of punish because if the user wanted to do a certain type of combo and you get the wrong one, beat the combo changes something that you as a player potentially don't want to have. Exactly. Yeah, that's absolutely correct. That's why I say it's such a clever system. Because if you want to play on the beat, you actually want to do that, you will not want to use the rest combo. You don't want that. You want the proper beat combo, the one that you are on the beat. But it doesn't break the flow as you wrote. And if you are a bad player, me, well, that is a combo, and it's cool, and it does its job, and it doesn't break the flow, and it brings me back on the beat, and that's something cool, and that's something very, very, very cool, because it allows me to be offbeat and still be in the flow of the game. Yes, as a good player, I don't want that. I want to be on the beat, but this game doesn't force you to be on the beat. And I think that is incredibly interesting. It's incredibly clever. And once again, maybe other game designers had that idea, for sure, and they didn't manage to implement it. Possible. Never saw it in any big game that I tried before. And I think it's so cool that, let's say, a AAA, not exactly a AAA, but let's say a general good game, a general user game, got this system because now it can be referenced by other systems. It can be even improved, with the idea of missing bit but continuing the combo. It could be expensive so much. Maybe this is just the tip of the iceberg to creating potentially, I'm not saying that it's a good thing, but let's say go randomly, to potentially an entire offbeat game when you want to be offbeat. You have to try to do that. As I say, this is completely random now. But let me stop the stream, go back. So thank you for following. We went a bit longer, 5 minutes, but not much. Actually, thank you for participating, to writing, to give feedback, comment. This is exactly what I wanted. Just to do super recap, you can be on the beat in this game. You can be off beat on this game. The game manipulates the animation to make you be on the beat. And finally, you can skip the beat by volition, agency, or by mistake, and this make the game both a punishment and a reward based on the type of player that you are. Bye bye.